up again.
Oh.
But
And you were saying that you came from the Black Forest region of Germany.
I come from, yeah, it's the valley. On one side, it's the Black Forest, so the north end. On the other side, the River Rhine, and then by good weather you can see the Vosges. So that's the Alsace.
Yeah.
Despite living that close, I don't speak French. I can't.
Yeah, you said your bit of Germany was occupied by the French in.
Yeah, we are the French occupied zone.
Yeah, so that must have been quite interesting.
It was, as I grew up, it was quite normal. You go to the town where the French army was. You saw the soldiers walking, but we never had any run-ins with them. So
Yeah.
they were normal because we didn't know any different.
Yeah. When did they leave?
In the 70s, late 70s.
Is that as late as that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it must have been late. It was certainly after my brother's funeral because they were still there. Or they were, at that point, it was clear they were going to leave. Because that year, that was the RAF drama, the terrorists.
Yes.
Where Andreas Bader died, I think a couple of months after my brother or something, and there was police with the big guns on every exit on the motorway, and you were stopped. And it's ironic again, my mother being staunch conservative Catholic insisted we'd all wear black for quite a while. My mother was very rigid about that. And actually, on the day of Andreas Bader's funeral, which was about an hour away from us, we got stopped. And it certainly wasn't that pleasant to have sort of one of these big guns looking into your eyes, answering questions, and my mother starting a hissing in the back of the car. Retrospectively, yeah, it has a comical side. But at the time I thought, Mother, please get your mouth cemented. Only for now, please shut up. But that's around the time. So maybe the year after or 2 years after the French left. And I think they were one of the first ones to leave. So
yeah,
I don't know about, say, further north. The English, are there still some there? I think there's still some there. But in greatly reduced number from what I gather. But Christoph probably knows more about it. Because he's from that area.
Oh well, I didn't know. Well, yeah, I don't. It's all very interesting and informative.
It's sort of the picture that people have from, the post-war Germany and all, the boom and everything. Yes, but it took the average people, a little while to catch up with that speed. And the 70s were probably leveling a lot better. But the 70s were then a little bit disruptive with, that was sort of the RAF years, who actually dissolved only in the late 90s as a group. So I didn't know that. I stumbled across a documentary about them quite a while back. And because I remembered all the Schleier kidnapping and murder, I watched it, and I was actually quite surprised. They were dissolved was in 94 or 96. I had thought that with Andreas Bader's and Ulrike Meinhof's deaths, that would have been it, because we never heard anything from them ever again. But the actual RAF group still existed until the 90s.
So, so when did you go to England? When did you first go to England? Yeah. Oh well, that's very interesting.
So the Liverpudlians again are people. Surprisingly, they said very little when the smoking ban came in, but that doesn't mean they don't ignore it where they can ignore it.
Yeah.
It's not very helpful, but it's. I would have sooner had them going up the barricades and say, no, that's enough. Because certainly there's pubs locally. One pub was open for 120 years. It's closed a year ago. And it's struggled since the smoking ban. Then the stay behinds, you have to be really in with the crowd to be allowed because there's too much at stake for the guy who doesn't.
Yeah. Is that after hours?
Yes.
Yeah. I think there's quite a few pubs do that, but I've never found one yet.
The ones that do, ideally you need somebody to vouch for you that you're not, because people get nervous about this. But I know they exist around here. As I say, at one point I could get in because of one of my offspring.
Yeah.
But on my own, I didn't go there often enough. And certainly I wasn't in the mood, and I was working a lot of the time anyway. So I worked quite a lot of hours during the week. I was too tired to go, or I was working. So it's a pity. I wish I'd kept it off, because then I would have been with the in crowd. At least I'd have done a little bit of social life, even though later in the day then I would prefer.
Yeah. So in these pubs, what people are drinking and smoking?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, that's no, but it's so selective, and to find them is difficult. Liverpool has one rule: you don't grass. But it doesn't mean, and those who do certainly have to move out the area. It's sort of, the Liverpudlians are very, very proud of saying we have problems, we sort them ourselves, amongst us. And certainly I do know one pub where somebody snitched. Unfortunately, it's in an area where you really don't snitch.
Yeah.
That guy got a beating, and eventually, from the last thing I heard, he didn't get a foot down on the ground in the area again. He had to move. But these arcades obviously will not, they never go public.
Yeah. So have any of the pub landlords been fined or?
Oh yes, the one in Lancashire, where was it? It's actually a village. There was one guy, the smoking ban was announced, and this guy put these massive big bottles of brandy that pubs can buy. Put a note on saying, I will not remove the ashtrays, however, I will be fined. Smokers, please donate, if you can, £5, which all the smokers did. Well, then when he was fined, he didn't have all the money together, but he paid. But then obviously, the anti-smokers knew he wasn't going to comply easily. So he was fined more often.
Yeah.
Because every day, once the first fine was paid, in they walked again. I think the guy has, the last thing I heard, he closed, that pub's closed as well,
Yeah.
because he couldn't survive.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can get into towns and you get all these trendy pubs with loud music. You have a major drawback, which I do think for the female people is actually quite dangerous.
Oh,
You
well, you're leaving your glass on the table when you go out for a cigarette, and it's been spiked or something.
Yes, that happened in Liverpool very often. Also, the next thing were people, especially the ones that hate the smokers, they clear the table. The minute you've gone out, you put your beer there. You come in, the table is empty. And I ended up actually, and I probably embarrassed all my kids. I ended up insisting I'd get my beer. I'd get another bottle of beer because I'd only just started this. I can't take it outside with me. I come in, the bottle of beer has gone. I'm sorry, whoever took it, it's not my problem. However, you forced me to leave that bottle there. No, so I would like a new one. And the guy kicked us out. He got the bounce around and kicked us out. For him, I was a troublemaker.
No ways to treat customers.
No, I thought, that's fine, you don't want my money, I'm on my card back, forget about that drink that they put, I'm on my card back, I'm not paying for it, we are going. You've got the bounce around, I'm on my card back. Which you have to do, and I left these drinks, and no, didn't pay for them. And we left. My kids thought it was funny. Ha! Our mum got us kicked out of the pub. That's the first. Well, yeah. I'm sorry, but I can be very stubborn on things. And there's this one issue, because I see a lot of danger, a lot of unnecessary problems arising from this. Why on earth can't you take your drink outside with you?
Well, that's what I do around here. I mean, they have gardens, and the gardens have got tables, and they've got ashtrays on the tables.
Yeah, you can do in certain pub gardens, or if you go, let's say, in a pub in a more populated area, they don't have the luxury of a garden. They put a few seats out there, probably can class it as a seating area, and therefore people can take drinks out. If you go into town, into one of these trendier places, they may have seats out there, but you still have to leave your bottles inside. Are they worried about people, knock them over each other's heads? It doesn't make much sense, because if somebody wants to knock somebody else with something over their head, they don't need a bottle for that. And in any case, it's annoying if your drink's spiked or if it's gone. And you've paid for it as well. So it's an issue I believe nobody has ever addressed. These are sort of the day-to-day livings as a smoker, locally. Generally, people don't mind. As I say, I have non-smoking friends who have smoking rooms because they are not bothered.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with that. As long as I'm not kicked out the door, when I have a comfortable place to sit. Because who says, as a smoker, I want to stand outside?
Well, I don't know. Some smokers these days. I mean, I in my flat here, I smoke indoors. But quite a few smokers seem to go outside whenever they smoke cigarettes. Even if they're on their own. I don't know why anyone does that.
I don't know. It is a thing that's coming with the anti-smoking thing. I don't. I smoke in my house, and I've made that. No, that's my rule. people know it. Those who don't like it, I'm sorry. No, it's my house, my rules. Your house, your rules. You don't. No, you can come, but then you have to put up with some smoking, and that's it. So I'm quite rigid about that. No, but so that's why I've become. That's why I've come down and said no. I want the truth, regardless. It's a pity you can't read Professor Grieshaber's book, because this guy actually ran the Cancer Research Center in Germany, which is a very, very big organization. He was head of it. He describes in the book how sort of the smoker, the hate against tobacco industries, and he is a non-smoker and expected his own research, and he's done studies, and one went over 10 years or something like that. He fully expected to support all the claims, but except he found the opposite.
Yeah.
He found that waiters in pubs actually had a lesser rate of lung cancer than everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting. He found the cooks had an increased rate of lung cancer. So what he figured was that with the fat and just better ventilation, and it worked. So the guy has done serious work, and while he was in employment, he was certainly gagged. And once he retired, he wrote the book. So he could, I think he's about now probably around your age then. In the meantime, the gag has been expanded to even past pension, because nobody wants anybody to actually say, no, I'm retired, now I can tell the truth.
Was it people in Germany are prevented from writing even when they've retired?
No, that's here in England. I certainly could not. No, there was a new contract. You cannot talk about anything even after retirement. So you can't say, okay, I've retired and now I, speak the truth publicly. In Germany, you still can, depending, as far as I know. Again, I'd have to ask if that has